Let's go. Wasn't planning a chat, but let's do it anyway. First of all, thanks out to the Diamond Club guys. I will be on their channel. I'm going to throw this up onto the internet machine here. Let's see. So that would be... Uh-oh. Something is not working, folks. Yikes. All right, Diamond Club. So I'm on their podcast tomorrow. Just recorded it tonight. Testing 1, 2, 3. Let me know how I'm doing on this. Yeah, I'm on their Clubcast. I'll be on episode 17. Pretty excited about it. It was fun. Thanks out to Cody and Jake over there, those guys. So please catch it. I will provide a link tomorrow on my Twitter machine and all that. I'm trying to get this thing working again. It kind of sucks when not everything works. I didn't check all my connections there, I guess. Let's see. Testing. All right. Hiya. All right. Well, I'll live without my Stream Deck for this one. Let's see. Go get him. Yeah. Michael, I'm sure you probably get that. Hey, haven't we been talking about Arozarena the whole time? Yeah, we've been talking about it for a few days at least. That's the guy. It'll take a lot. It'll take a lot to get him. But 3 years of control, Randy Arozarena, I think we got to find a way to do it. Let's see. Let's go Dodgers. Heck yeah. A Randy and Glasnow trade would free up a lot of roster space. Yeah, it sure would. I think I predicted a few days ago and predicted again. I think it did it with Doug, but it may not have reached you guys. I predict that out of the top 30 on the MLB pipeline, 5 or 6 of those guys are going to be gone. They'll be traded. They got to clean up some space. Stove is hot, right, Eric? It is hot. Let's hope at least. Yeah, so I'll be with these guys. I already recorded, and it'll be out like at 5 a.m. their time, Eastern time. Those guys are based in Delaware. So Dodger fan or Philly fan. It was really good to get in there, mix it up with some new people. Really, I've only appeared on Dodgers Nation, so it's definitely nice to be asked to be on the Diamond Club. So much thanks to those guys. I just keep refreshing Twitter like all of you. My fingers getting tired from that, like probably y'all are. Let's talk first about the hiring of Nelson Cruz. I thought that was really cool. We'd seen some of that before. There were some things few weeks ago about Nelson Cruz, but now it's official that Nelson Cruz is a Dodger, but not as a baseball player anymore. He is retired. He's an advisor, and so that's cool. Fabian Ardaya of The Athletic has confirmed it. He's going to be working in Latin America. It's great. He is from the Dominican Republic. The Dodgers got a ton of Dominicans, and Nelson Cruz is a hero to a lot of Dominican players. So it's super exciting. I am really hopeful to see him at spring training. Maybe he'll do some tours of the different teams, and we can see him in Rancho. Hey, Craig, thanks for coming aboard. I know a little early. I just wanted to get started. I talked to those guys on Diamond Club for about well over an hour, off and on the air. Had a really good chat with them. So I guess we fired up. Let's talk more. Some of the topics we cover with them will be some of the do you overprice? Do we and I'm not going to give anything away here, but we talked about, do we overvalue or undervalue prospects? Of course, the rumors, and we'll cover some of those rumors. And then we talked about the Japanese pitchers and their value. With obviously with Mr. Yamamoto being a huge target. Hopefully the Dodgers are in on him. Yeah, we'll see. Will the Dodgers be in on a pitcher for 8-9 years? But I'm excited about the Nelson Cruz thing. I actually saw him last year at the winter meetings, kind of wandering around too nervous to say anything to him. I need to be a little more bold. He's not a Hall of Famer, but he's borderline. He had a really nice career. I know he had some steroids, and frankly, that ball in St. Louis. Seth Logo. Come on, Rogers.
Hiya.
Seth Lugo was a guy that they targeted last year, and they're going to go back to that well again. Maybe I think it's between him and Giolito. For maybe that fourth or fifth starter, just to get some guys. Giolito is probably more durable, but I like Lugo because he can. I think he's also a good bullpen piece in the postseason. I'm not sure about Giolito. Which one of those? Yeah, there. Yeah, Cease. We'll talk. Yeah, so Cease for sure is hot right now, and it sounds like. I mean, these are the rumors, right? This is all rumors, so you take it for what it's worth. It's between the Dodgers and the Braves. The Dodgers do have better prospects right now to offer, but the question is, will they do that? I don't know. I just don't want to give up too much for him. If they give up Sheehan, I will be disappointed. Let's put it that way. I will be very disappointed if they give up Sheehan or Pepio for Cease. I think it's a mistake. So, oops, I went too far there. Sorry about that. Yeah, so Seth Lugo, Dodgers showing interest. Again, they did it last year. I don't know what they're targeting him, what his number might be, but he had a nice, they said 3.57 ERA across 26 starts. ERA would have been under 3 if the Dodgers didn't just rip him a new one on that one-day game where Mookie hit a grand slam off him. Dodgers spotted the Padres to a 5-0 lead, and the Dodgers ended up winning that game. He's going to be 34, so I don't know. 3 years at $14 million. I don't know. I think I'd rather go Giolito, but I say sign all the pitchers you can. I think the Dodgers trade for Max Kepler and Thielbar. Is he also a Twin? There he is. So he's older, huh? Let's see. Okay. 36, but as long as he could be effective. I mean, Dodgers need something different out of that bullpen from the left side. I like our right side a lot. Let's see. So is he a free agent? Oh, he's still with their organization, so he's not a free agent yet. Okay, not quite yet. Interesting. Yeah, he is 36. But, that's an interesting name. It's a guy that, to be honest, I haven't heard much of at all. Why not? 30.2 innings, 36 strikeouts with a whip under 1. But why not? Yeah, Max Kepler's interesting. He could be the left fielder, right? Play left field. I did see Vassay, I think, mentioned. Jock Peterson is still in the mix. I don't know how with Jay being re-signed. I don't know. It depends on how they're going to build their bench. We know the bench is going to have one guy, at least. His name will be Austin Barnes. That, I am sorry for some of you guys. Are you okay if the Dodgers whiff on? You know what? Doyer's Dave is one of the best guys on the Twitter machine. He's really good. There's all sorts of let's see. So we saw there were there it was. So Dodger Tailgate was coming off someone others, but Arozarena might be available. Who knows? I think it's interesting. Posted 802 ops during the regular season and 1.104 OPS in the postseason. That's what we're talking about. He's going to be age 29, so that's where it gets interesting with him. So people he's like, wait, he's got 3 years of control, but those are older years. So he's not the youngest of guys. He was a rookie at 26. So I think that's a guy. I love it. I love the idea of him. Yeah, report, MLB nerds and Marino MLB. Let's go to that guy. He is, let's see. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Michael Royals, I left. He said, what's your name? Called Daniel Lynch, the fourth, who is interesting stuff that I think the Dodgers can turn into our lefty. Oh, Ginkel. Okay, if we traded for him and made him a reliever only. See, that's and that's kind of those things, right? That we're gonna hear all the news about big names, and he's gonna come in with somebody that we haven't heard of, and he's gonna probably end up being pretty good. My favorite tweet of the day, Noah Camaras of Dodgers Nation. Yeah, he's also. This I'm all in here. Sign Shohei Ohtani. Sign Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Trade for Dylan Cease. Trade for Randy Arozarena. Okay, I'll do that. If Cease ends up being the second option instead of the number one, I'm more into that. Dodgers do have the money and the prospects to feasibly make all these things happen this offseason. Make them happen now. Scott Strong was swayed to Paula next to Vladimir Guerrero. Now that the Dodgers got Nelson Cruz coaching. Yeah, I saw a tweet on that. Maybe you did it. I'm into that. The thing is, the difference between Guerrero and DePaula, they're polar opposites. The way they control the strike zone. Vladimir Guerrero Sr. for sure. Never saw a pitch he didn't like. DePaula he's a better strike zone than the umpire. It's like Soto. It is like Soto. I'm not trying to compare every other part, but their eye is very similar. They really have a good control of the strike zone. So yeah, Scott. Yeah, I think just in terms of becoming a better player, it doesn't hurt to have a guy like Nelson Cruz around. I'm more fired up than I should be, but it's so good to have guys that had a lot of success around. Also, not just the nerds. You got to have your nerds. You got to have the nerds that do all that, all the stats and all the analytics. You got to have them. It's a mix, right? You got your scouts. And the Dodgers have great scouts that also have a good background. A lot of them have a good background in analytics, but not all of them. Scott makes a good point. A good eye almost can't be taught. That's correct. Muncy was blessed with it. Yeah. Muncy, when he's at his best, is controlling the strike zone. It's when he seems to get out of his own or into his head, and he was trying to do too much, is when he's not successful. But when he's sitting there waiting for his pitch and taking those pitches, I think, to be honest, if there was an automated strike zone, Max Muncy becomes even more valuable on offense. Defense, can't help him there. And again, a reminder, tomorrow I'll be sending this link out. It's the show I'm appearing on. Like I said, a really good time with Cody and Jake. Cody also is sometimes with Dodger Beat and the Bleed Low Skies. Bleed Low Skies, hey, get me on your show, man. Let's talk prospects. I like those guys. I should reach out to them. Let's see. Dylan Cease has 74.4K to 9 against the Dodgers. Oh, another one of those guys. Let's get that guy in prior workshop and pitching at the Ravine. Yeah, maybe. I think what people are concerned about are the peripherals. They seem to be going down, and they're concerned about him. They're concerned about him possibly getting hurt, and maybe maybe there's something going on, or maybe it's just he's on a crappy team, and it's just not the best atmosphere to be a baseball player. It sounded very toxic from what Joe Kelly, Lance Lynn, and some others said. Just not a good atmosphere. I like Nelson Cruz higher. I do too. Yeah. Legend in the DR, yep, could help the international recruiting even more. Yeah, yeah, that's true. It can't hurt. It's like, hey, come and hang out with legend, Nelson Cruz. I think I'm already thinking of, I know DePaula his Dominican background. He's born in Brooklyn, but he's got Dominican in him. And then I'm thinking if they're on Lorenzo, I need to reach. I might try to reach out to those guys. At least get on Instagram and post something about that. Yeah, so I'm excited about those types of things. What is going on? Just keep refreshing Twitter. I can't help it. Let's see here. Oh, I can't use that button. There we go. So what are our thoughts? I mean, kind of threw a bunch of stuff at you really quick. I think right now I am definitely in on Yamamoto. Even talking about it on the club cast over there. I'm in on Yamamoto right now. 9 years, 9 years. They're going to have his best years. He's probably going to have a Tommy John in there somewhere. So they get 7.5 years. I think it's, this is a time where Friedman's got to be feeling some heat, right? I mean, people are not. Dave Roberts just did not get near the blame that he usually does. And so I think they put a lot of it on Friedman. So I think Friedman, for the first time, is under the gun. And from the fans, at least. I think he's brilliant. I think he's top 3 general managers, maybe top 2, maybe top 1. But maybe there's times where you got to adapt. And so maybe that's what they need to do. They need to adapt a bit. So, wow, the stream's really behind. Yeah, so they need to adapt to the changes. Jake, the guy that was on the show with me, he's a Phillies guy, and the Phillies have adapted a lot quicker than the Dodgers, and that's what Dombrowski, who's older than dirt. Roberts is for sure going to get fired if the team doesn't make the CS next year, or is it Friedman? I don't know. I look at the way the Dodgers, the looks on their faces. They were not prepared. They were not prepared to get punched in the face, because when they got punched in the face, the whole team died. Dave Roberts was on the side. Just pictures with this just look of shock on his face. He didn't know what to do. I think these players are too darn comfortable. I think there needs to be a little bit of a shakeup. No heads rolled because of 2 years in a row of absolute failure. Whitman, you better be wrong here. Mike says, what do you say here? Possibly, but still feel Ohtani's going to choose someone else because he doesn't want to pick the obvious move. Doyer's Dave in the ultimate boring movie re-signs with the Angels. Yeah, let's not do that. I think 60% he signs with the Dodgers next week. Well, 60% he signs with the Dodgers. And then I think it's next week. I think it happens. Roberts will get fired before Friedman. I would think so. I think Friedman is irreplaceable. There's not. I think Roberts. I'd say that I'll say this. I would have taken Bob Melvin over Roberts. I'm just saying. If Roberts get canned, the Angels coach Benji would be solid. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I was surprised that Padres did not pick him. Really surprised. They should have. I think Schilt is a boring pick, and I think he gets worked over by Manny. Yeah, there's a lot of teams. We don't know about the Shohei stuff. All we're hearing is just, I think it's a lot of people making stuff up. I do believe the Dodgers are in on him, and I believe it's because Friedman has been obsessed with him for years. They tried to get him before. They tried to get him out of high school. Friedman's been in on him for the whole time he's been with the Dodgers. So I think he really wants him, and I think he's going to be provided the necessary funds to go get him. And it's really, you can't lose. even if he gets, isn't as good, they're still going to make a ton off him. The Rangers, Red Sox, and Rangers. Yeah, I saw that. The Rangers, that's Reds. I don't know. Yeah, that'd be a lot. I mean, the Rangers, they've got a lot of money on the table, and it's Seager, Semien, DeGrom, for long term. So they got to be careful. And they got some short term guys. Scherzer, I don't know how much of their contract the Mets are paying, but it's plenty from my understanding. And then Eovaldi's only got one more year. So they're pretty flexible after that, but they have 3 guys locked in for the next 5 years, or four for DeGrom after this, and then 8 more with Siegs, and 5 more with Semien. I just wish Friedman was more aggressive with trades. He needs to be. He's going to have to be this year. He's going to have to. If there's a player he really wants and he's convinced, he needs to pull the trigger, and it's going to hurt. It's going to probably hurt me more than it does him. Some of these guys, if that he's going to end up having to trade. But I think about it in this way, and we've talked about this, that we got to give. It's not me. The Dodgers need to give these guys a chance. You can't hold all these guys back. You can't put Landon Knack at 27 back in the frickin' minor leagues. You can't put Michael Busch at 26 back in the minor leagues. Let's see. Mariners ownership said Ohtani not in their realistic plans. That's true. They can't afford that. I could see them making a 1 year move for Soto. Let's see. Craig says, excuse me. Oh, I just got tired. I was up early today, like 4:30. This trade, if Tony will play for a West Coast team, I believe, because of fan base in Japan. Oh yeah, and just all the Japanese fans here. Dodgers Stadium will sell out so much more, and Dodgers will hit that 4 million mark again. This trade deadline was weak. The 2022 deadline, Friedman probably it does get some heat because Castillo and Soto were available, especially Castillo. He signed for a nice friendly contract. I know he cost a lot, but he could have been a difference maker. He really could have been. Soto was going to be a rough one. Yeah. Dan's got the breaking news that Dodgers have not signed Ohtani yet. A guy named Ephus blew out on Twitter. Says 11 p.m. Pacific time. I think is what he said. He's just kidding. Yeah, I think it's next week. I think he signs, and I do think he signs with the Dodgers. I really do. Yeah, exactly. Castillo got traded for a lot and re-signed on a fair contract with injury provisions to sweeten it. Absolutely. It was a good deal. I mean, that's one of those where I just get mad about that one. Dang. It's really too bad. That's a good pitcher. And he may break down, but, that's some of the risk you have to take. Good pitching still matters. I don't think the playoffs yet are ready to be dominated by 2 to 3 inning guys. With a bunch of piggybacking. You got to do it sometimes with the way things end up being. But I still think you need a good 1 and 2 and a solid 3. And that's what the Dodgers used to have, right? You had Kershaw, and I'm going to go back to 2020. You had Kershaw. Actually, I'm going to go backwards. You had Buehler, the ace, Kersh, and Julio. And then they had a bunch of other guys piggybacking off each other. Ohtani home isn't in Newport? I wonder. I know he's got a home in Seattle. He can have 1 million homes, right? Dodgers could have been set up pretty good having Castillo in 2024 plus potentially Yamamoto, Ohtani, and the young guys. Yeah, I know. Yeah, those are the regrets that hopefully they're having. But we got Joey Gallo for Kyle or Clayton Beater, who's now moving on up, and we got Gallo to not even play him in the playoffs. So, what's the point? Don't do those things, guys. It's just I hate that stuff. I hate wasting players like that. But the prospect capital that the Dodgers gave up was pretty hefty. To get Kike, they had to give up Nick Robertson, and there was someone else involved too. And then for Lance Lynn and the great Joe Kelly, it cost them Nick Nastrini and Jordan Leisure. Those are good players. Senga. It's like, I know. He had a nice year, didn't he? Yeah. That's a guy that, what was it, 575? Yeah. He was cheap, and they blew that one. You just go, okay, yeah, I know you don't want to sign guys to 5 years, but, there's times and places you just got to go, hey, if we get 3 good out of them, it's worth it. And is it worth it if you get the parade? I would say so. I know that, the Padres were all in. For Mitch White. Yeah, for Frosso, the saving grace, the 2022 deadline. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a real good one. And that's what the Dodgers work on those edges. And there's another guy, and I can't remember his name off the top of my head. He's a lefty, and he might be a good one too. I just can't remember his name. Gosh. Yeah. Let's see. Sorry, but got to keep on refreshing Twitter because you just don't know. I've got notification on, so I'm not seeing anything. It's usually in the morning that something happens. There was a weird thing. All right. Completely off topic, but it was just way too interesting. Henry Kissinger passed away, 100 years old. So the guy that helped contribute to his obituary that they wrote way back, before Kissinger passed, they always have obituaries ready to go. That guy died 13 years ago. Michael T. Kaufman, a former correspondent editor for the Times who died in 2010, contributed reporting. So he wrote some of this stuff in there. Like anyone, rest in peace. I'm not going to go into any politics here or else it gets way weird. We don't want to go weird. We get baseball. We got enough to deal with. Look at you, Moses Brito. Yes. Dan, that's too good. All right, everyone. So will Lance Lynn pitch in the home run derby? Asking for a friend. Heck yeah. Yep, Charlie Munger died yesterday at 99. President Carter is 99, so he might soon too. And yeah, and they had Rosalind Carter's funeral was today. So rest in peace. A lot of these people, these were people that were significant when I was young. So when Kissinger was Secretary of State, I was like 8, 9, like when I became a Dodger fan. He was under Nixon and Ford. And then, Rosalind Carter, obviously the wife of President Carter, was elected in 1976. So, these are people that have been around a long time. Charlie Munger, with what's Warren Buffett. And all, these guys, I'm just to be as generic as possible. They made an impact. It's up to y'all to judge good and bad. That's what that's a different show. There's plenty of them, left, right, center, far right, far left, you name it, they're out there. And you know what? Have at it, man. That's what free speech is all about. I am a free speech advocate, so even though I limit my own speech to appropriateness. let's see. Yeah, all sorts of good stuff. But everyone's speculating right now. Everyone's speculating. Yeah, it's kind of cool though to make 100. I remember when John Wooden died. John Wooden died at 99. Let's see, breaking news. Charlie Munger just hit a home run against Lance Lynn. Last joke. Oh, very good. Well done. Fire take, as Doug McCain would say. That's really good. Thank you for the laugh. Yeah, but John Wooden didn't make it to 100. I actually got a little choked up with that one. Coach Wooden was a very special human being, and we were blessed to have him. I'm a big, I think everyone's created in the image of God, so I think everyone's special in their own ways. It's what do we do with what we have? What type of impact we make it on the world? And the impact we're making is just having a good old time talking about baseball, getting away from stuff. It's all good. We got good chat tonight. My gosh, some good stuff tonight. Let's see. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. Dylan Cease. The Yamamoto stuff. Just don't know what's going on there. It sounds like all the both New York teams are in on him. Now it's time to trade Vesia. Yeah. I saw that, right? In that he had like a 17 or something like that in the trade value. I was like, what? Yeah, trade him now. Please. So one of the hot rumors is not Dodger related is Soto going to the Yankees for a bunch of prospects. If Padres, you signed Xander Bogaerts, 11 years, $280 million, and now you probably have to trade Juan Soto because you have no pitching. All your pitching, or almost all of it, are free agents. Musgrove and Darvish are your only guys, both of them coming off injury. Darvish, 37 years old. You got him for like 5 or 6 more years. Good job, AJ Preller. Good job. My goodness. He's got to be the most overrated baseball figure in years. I don't know. I keep seeing articles saying Giants won't be outbid for Ochoa. Maybe they won't. Call me biased, but I think it's the Dodgers who won't be outbid or outmatched in terms of years. So one of these things is people need to think about their legacy. Well, some do. I think Shohei really does. He going to San Francisco, it's going to be a little bit harder. The weather and the wall. He's going to hit less home runs. Same time, maybe that's where he wants to be. These guys are free agents. They could do what they want. If he becomes a Giant, of course, he becomes one of the most hated people in Los Angeles. Bob Hope made it to 100. The guy was a legend. He was, yeah. Bob Hope, man, that guy did a lot. He went out to all the troops. And it didn't matter the war. He was out there. He was out in Vietnam, Korea, whatever. He was out there entertaining the troops. So good for him. I'm over halfway to 100. I'd like to get there, but only if I'm healthy. I want to be. Yeah. As long as I can climb 60 steps in 60 seconds, I'm good. Once I can't do that, I don't know. I need to be also get up. You want to be able to get up off the ground. It's called the Centenarian Olympics. Peter Attia talks about it. Just being healthy so you can do stuff, or just to be operational. Spent way too much time at rehab with my mother-in-law the last few weeks. If Dodgers offer Shohei the most money in years and he still doesn't come for sure, we see leaks immediately of their offer. Oh, we will. Oh, yeah. Friedman does not. Yeah, that PR machine is going to be leaking like crazy, and they'll need to. You got to do damage control. But also, it could be the Giants come in with just a monster offer because maybe they understand the marketing too. They should. These are smart people. Farhan's one of the smartest. I think he's too smart sometimes for his own good. His highest level of baseball is Little League. I'm gonna leave it there. And you got to hire baseball people around you. They have a lot of people that in their coaching staff that aren't they didn't play much. A lot of analytics, almost too much. I think they're missing a balance there. We'll see what they bring when Belvin will have a better staff. You think he's going to get $600 million? Maybe 600 sounds about right to me. I think that's what it's going to be too, something like that. We'll see. I think if he picks the Angels, I don't care what the money is. I'll be disappointed in him as a competitor. Yeah, they should. That'll be fun. That'll be fun to watch. Not my money. Oops, I just knocked my camera a little bit. But I don't. A guy, like when Seager went to Texas, we all kind of laughed. Not going to win anything. Well, they did. But you know what? When he went there, he already has a lot of playoffs, and he had a World Series win. I don't care if it's a 60 game or not. He didn't get a parade, but now he did. But he went there, and it was like, okay, go for it. You've done everything else you can do with the Dodgers. I would love to have had him back, but but he'd already done stuff. Shohei has not. He's been in the same amount of playoff games as all of us combined. 0. So if he goes to the Angels, I will lose respect for him as a competitor. I don't care what the money is. I don't care if they offer him $1 billion. If he goes back to a team just for the money and not go for his legacy, versus, if you all recall, I remember this distinctly. It was at the mall in Escondido up here. And I saw the text come by. This is in 2015. That Zach Greinke signs with the Diamondbacks. And I wasn't surprised because when he signed with the Dodgers, he admitted it was because the Dodgers had the best offer. Diamondbacks made him the best offer. He didn't care about his legacy. Maybe he does now. I don't know. Imagine if Greinke stayed with the Dodgers. I think he has multiple World Series rings. Now, he should have had one in 2019. He did not make the decision, the bad manager decision. He left that game with a lead. But he still didn't get it. And he's not going to get one because he's going to just stick with the Royals, if anything. Yep. Craig says, yeah, if he picks the Angels, he doesn't care about winning. Let's see. Dan says, if I was Friedman, I can say Ohtani can sign with SF for more money, but his future is Mike Trout with the Angels. Yep. That will scare Ohtani away from Frisco. It should. Because playing up there, again, it's going to be colder. Weather's not as nice. I mean, not at night. You're going to deal with those seagulls every night. That's true. Will Smith was the compensatory pick for losing Greinke. Yeah, back in the day, they did it more fair. No Will Smith because Will Smith was the draft pick they got in 2016 for the compensation pick. Good times. Yeah, that was a good one. That's true though. Speaking of Will Smith, where is the other Will Smith? Let's get him in our bullpen. Lock up that World Series. Might be the biggest win of the offseason for somebody. Yeah, I was thinking about this earlier today. Usually we talk about the Dodgers not caring about, who wins the offseason. It's always, it's the Padres, the Mets, whatever. I'd like to see the Dodgers win this offseason because I think they could really make a difference. They're building on a really good team as it is. Any truth behind the Blue Jays being on Ohtani? I don't know. I've seen the same things. Welcome aboard, Rez. If Ohtani signs in SF, higher crime rate and high chance of his house being robbed. Yeah. They don't enforce any. I mean, I don't know how much better LA is right now because both of those situations are just not. They're not arresting people like they should. They're not. They're not taking care of business. I'm not one for the police state, but if you're not going to let the cops do their thing, then let the citizens do their thing. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. So I think that San Francisco. I'm going to call it Frisco because I hate that. Frisco or Los Angeles. I prefer LA. But then again, I live in San Diego, so I prefer San Diego. You know what? Ohtani could live right next to Freddie Freeman. They can come together in the same limo. That's for sure. I mean, Kobe lived in Newport when he was with the Lakers and afterwards too. So these guys can do it. They've got ways of getting here and all that. Ohtani to SF makes no sense in any way. Giants have no direction as a team in my opinion. Yeah, they're still trying to do that. They're trying to go, let me sign Correa, let me sign Arson Judge. I'll never forget John Heyman. Let me just sign guys. And then they go sign, they have to sign the mids. Let's see. When it comes down to it, the Dodgers have kind of shown us a little bit of their prospect huggers. Yes. For that reason, I think they will miss out on Dylan Cease and get a rental starting pitcher. That doesn't bother me. So maybe Tyler Glasnow or Corbin Burns really are the best trade options for the Dodgers. My gut tells me Dylan Cease goes to Braves. Maybe. I'm scared of Cease, and it's not. I don't want him to be that their so-called number one, because I don't want him trading him at Sheehan for him, because I think that's what it's going to take is Sheehan or Pepio, and I don't want to do that. You're not strengthening your team as much, so I'm not a fan of doing that type of thing. I think you have to do, in my opinion, I'll probably do a thing on it on my untouchables, but I do have Pepio and Sheehan is pretty much untouchables. Ohtani stays an Angel. Man, Sal, if that happens, I'll be disappointed in him. That would just show he just cares about taking care of business himself and not winning. That's an organization. I mean, Trout. I just think Trout's on the downside. It's going to be might be a real long, slow downside. Big man with some back issues, and it's going to have leg issues. I'd be disappointed in Ohtani, but I can see that because it's a comfort level. If he's comfortable there, okay. I can tell you, being in the Dodger locker room, that's a pretty comfortable place too. They take care of their stars there. So if they want, if Ohtani wants to come and be taken care of and pampered and all that, the Dodger Stadium is a great place for that too. Yeah. Sal, what do you think about who do you think their Dodgers are going to get for pitching? Sally, if Pepio and Sheehan stay untouchable, the Dodgers might not land a starting pitcher in the trade market. And I'm good with that. I'd rather sign free agents. Pepio and Sheehan can be Nathan Eovaldi or Ross Stripling. That's true. So at worst, they're a fifth starter caliber. Yeah, I think they're guys that I want to hold on to because guys are going to go down. And do you want to have to go down to, to lower levels again? Last year they went through a lot of starting pitchers. And I don't see that not happening again. But I would rather I'd rather use the free agent market as much as possible. I'd rather just forfeit all the draft picks this year. Don't trade away your pitchers. Trade away excess minor leaguers who won't play. Yeah, I think that's what they have to do. I think our pitchers shouldn't be moved. If we trade anything, it should be our position players. Right, I agree. I think they get Yamamoto and free agent. Yeah, how about Yamamoto and Giolito? That would actually work for me. Or Yamamoto and Lugo. It's you get a 1-2 guy, and then you get a 4-5, and then you have Miller, Buehler, Papio, and Sheehan, and you can make a 6-man rotation if you want, or you can just do a lot of switching around. Bush, Vargas, Pais, DeLuca. Yeah, some of those guys, just because they need to make some moves because it seems like they don't care to give them an opportunity. Honestly, I think we only need starting pitchers for now. Dodgers don't need to win 100 games. Just need to win 90, yeah. The current roster can win about 88 games. Absolutely. Very true. Let's talk about wanting to win and how that's a deciding factor in the decision. I would be shocked if he re-signs. I'm assuming you're talking about Ohtani with the Angels. Yeah, I thought he really enjoyed winning the WBC. And so I would lean towards that. See, I agree. Yeah, Pepe and Sheehan, they got to be right there, right? They both had really awesome moments. And Pepio, to be honest, only had like one bad start or one bad outing. I hope Shohei doesn't believe in the vision of that he will throw money at Snell and Giolito, and that's how they will turn around. Yeah, some teams can do the money thing. I think the Dodgers can do the money thing because they're so loaded that they lost 4 of their 5 starting pitchers from opening day, won 100 games. That shows the depth of this organization. So you go, well, we can do better. Yeah, we could. But just the fact that there's fundamentally the floor of the Dodgers is so high. The only reason Ohtani stays, I think, will be because of Trout. Yeah. Trout needs to demand that trade. Get out of it. Get out of there. I think Pepio deserved to start over Miller in the playoffs. I don't think over Miller. I think he deserved over Lynn. I think he deserved over Kershaw. But you got to go with the guy. Despite the fact his effectivity was very, very down. Pepio has a bad rep. So the reason he has a bad rep, in my opinion, 2022, he struggled to throw strikes. 2023, everything changed. So hopefully people will remember more about his 2023 because he was good. Angels Farm is gutted. Yeah, they gave up their second and third prospects for Giolito. Great. And then they cut Giolito, like they just released him or put him on waivers. So realistically, they can't pitch to Ohtani, that they will make trades. That's right. So the only thing they can do is throw money at everyone. That's not how you build a team. You build a team by going, okay, I got a great minor league system. I've made some good trades. I've made some under-the-radar trades. So you have a combination of going, okay, well, I've got the Outmans. I've got the Millers, got the Pepios, got the Sheehan's that I've developed recently. And the Lux is coming through, hopefully Vargas, Bush, you got Will Smith, all from the system. Then you got some pitchers that come from the system. And then you start filling things in. You go, okay, well, let's go. We lost one of our homegrowns, but let's go. I want to talk about that, Craig. And so you have this mix. And so you want to keep the mix. I don't want all free agents, but that's where you fill the gaps. You can fill the gaps so that the Dodgers can afford to maybe have a little bit. What is that? Real quick, I got to so I keep myself accountable for the stuff I eat. So I got to send that stuff out to my buddy. I actually had a piece of cake tonight. It was just, I couldn't handle it. But I did have, I got almost 9,000 steps in and 48 minutes of exercise. So that was mostly walking today, fast walking. So I got to send that off to him real quick before I forget. He went over a little bit too. Maybe he probably didn't have as much cake as I did though. All right, let's go here. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to listen to Doug. I don't know if did he go on today. I didn't see him. DMAC says cease trade talks heating up. Yeah. Oh yeah. It sounds like the Braves are the Dodgers, and Josh Hader. I like the Josh Hader idea. I know a lot of you don't. I want good pitching. He's right. Cake. I just want more. I just want as much good pitching to round out the rotation, and I want to be able to keep enough of the minor league depth. And I think they have plenty of it. You definitely say Miller, Pepio, and Sheehan are the future. That's the core, and then they let the guys like Stone and Grove and Frasso and Knack and Ryan and all the other guys. Let them battle it out to be more of that core. Was Kate good? Come on, Jimbo. Heck yeah. Is cake ever not good? That's the question. Let's see. Friedman is like that lady that shops on bag, like right over sales to save money for that Louis Vuitton bag. Otani is Louis Vuitton, baby. At least. Glasnow plus Arozarena or C's. Oh, Glasnow and Arozarena. Easy for me. Just now got an alert. Okay. What's going on here? I'm getting a little alert from this thing here. Why is... Oh, okay. I can't record anymore. That's fine. How's my power? All right. A little under 50%. Oh, shoot. I just lost everything. There it is. Okay, I'm back. Let's see. Hader to Texas. I think so, too. I think Hader's going to Texas. I'm shocked the Braves are in the mixed seats. They need pitching, too, though. Their farm is not all that. That's true. How does A do it? He locked his young guys up for a long time. He's made some really slick trades. Given up a bit, but, getting... what did you get? Olsen and the catcher, Murphy, right? Is it Murphy? Yeah. Those are really good moves. And then, yeah, he's been really smart. Let's see. This is, okay. Josh Hader seems toxic because he was with a toxic team. Yeah. With the Dodgers, he won't be toxic. So the thing is, Hader was playing for a contract. And to be honest, the Padres weren't in it, and he was not in it. So he was not selling out for the Padres. He was trying to be one inning. I want a guy. Now the only way I want Hader is if he comes in and goes, just give me 3 outs. I don't care where it is. I want to get 3 outs. If you need me in the 5th inning, I'm coming in the 5th. If you need me in the 7th, I'm coming in the 7th. You need me in the 9th, I'm coming in the 9th. That's what I want to see. Those are the types that we need. Yeah, they raided the A's, got Olsen and Murphy for nothing. Yeah, I know. And then they signed what's his name? Olsen to a pretty fair deal. I still think I don't like the way that worked out with Freeman. Freeman should have been a Dodger. Not a Dodger, a Brave. And really, to be honest, yeah, that's just the way it is. Okay, real quick, let's talk about this one real quick. I saw this too. So Dodger Blue, I think they got this from Vassay. So Dodger Blue is reporting that Dodgers may have interest in bringing Jock back. I would like to bring Jock back. I'd like to bring Kike back. We already got Barnes. I think that fills out the starters. Maybe you got room for DeLuca, Vargas, or Bush, and the rest they're set. And then it's just building the pitching staff. That becomes a good team. How we get Yamamoto, Otani, and Nolan Arenado and call it a day. Dream big. Yeah. I still would be in. I mean, I think if they don't get Ohtani, then Arenado becomes an option again, because that way you can have, what's his name, Max Muncy, go to the DH, maybe do some platooning there, because he wasn't good against left-handers last year. Jock keeps getting fatter every year. It scares me. I know. Remember how thin he used to be? Even here, he's a lot thinner. This is that's 2017. I recognize the patch. Heartbreaking. 27, and he just keep him and Muncy both kind of went through the same thing. I think they both got married, got kids, and that's part of it. I know I gained a ton of weight. That's for sure. Let's see, what's Peterson's market? I don't know. If he gets a 1-year deal, I would rather have him over Heyward. I know. See, me too. I want that Jocktober bat. That's what I want. I want Jocktober back. The bat of Jocktober. Heyward doesn't have a Jocktober bat. Kike has a Jocktober bat. Give me those guys. Just hear me out. I want Peterson, Arozarena, and Kike. And we're done. Yeah, he can be 300 pounds, but he still hit bombs in October. Thank you. I agreed. He doesn't let the moment get to him. He doesn't. He knows how. He plays. He knows how to be good on those moments. Yeah, Jock is on that Lance Lynn diet. Yeah. You know what? If Jock would just spend one off season and just, again, Steve Douglas, our Steve Douglas needs to go take care of Jock. I'm gonna text him that tomorrow. Yeah, he can get, if Jock signs. Steve would probably covered Jock when he was in better shape at Rancho. I wasn't covering at the time. I didn't start covering the Dodgers till 2018. Let's see. He does have that fire. He does. And Kike he's proven he's a good postseason hitter. And I think when Taylor's healthy, he's fine. And I think Shohei Ohtani proved, at least in the WBC, again in front of God and country, that he's ready for the big stage. Yeah, so I pay to see Joe. Yeah, that's right. We got to sign Tommy Pham. Talk about fire. I love that guy's fire. And he wanted to be a Dodger, so maybe something happens. I pay to see Jock versus Tommy Pham in the cage. There's your platoon in left field right there, huh? Or maybe that's a DH platoon if they don't get Ohtani. I don't know. Don't just throw in, it's fun to toss it around. But if you're to get a 26-man, let's build a quick 26-man roster here. Okay. Let's go to this one here. All right. So we get 13 position players. All right. So we're currently on the roster for sure: Smith, Barnes, Freeman, Betts, Lux, Taylor, Muncy, Outman, Heyward. We got 4 spots. So let's do this. Ohtani. Oh, it's going to work. Jock, Kike, and Arozarena, and we're done. Ship it. That's the roster. And then sign all the free agent pitchers. Or at least 2 of them. Okay. Will Dodgers try and get Bregman? I saw my guys, Jeff and Vince, right? Do their Locked On. And they had a segment on them. Jeff made some good points. And one of the best points that Jeff made was you hate Bregman until he's on your team. Then you love him. I can't stand that guy. I think he's a punk. Oh yeah, well, you do need pitching, but you can do that with the free agents, right? You go and make the moves to do what I said to get that 13-man roster, and then you still have some parts to trade. You got to trade Bush, right? And you got to probably trade a Landon Knack because he's 27. You got to trade those guys so you can get some pitching depth with that, and then you go and you sign 2 starters. Let's just say Yamamoto, Giolito. Yeah. Why not? Let's just, it's one of those where I hope Friedman's dreaming big, and he's coming for one time, and I think he only needs to do it this year. Here to come in one time and spend. And let's call it overspending. But I think for years it would pay off because there's still plenty of room for some natural change. No, you trade for pitching as well as special. Okay, yeah, but that's where I sign Yamamoto and a Giolito, let's just say, and then I can trade Bush because he deserves to be traded, and Knack because he deserves to be traded. Nothing against them. To get those types of lefties, and then throw in some of those lefties, make some moves there. If I was to get Shohei and Yamamoto, then adding another 8-year deal for Bregman won't be in the plans. I don't think Bregman will ever be in the plans. I would not be happy with that one. Then again, I was starting to get sold on Korea. Glad that didn't happen. It just would have been yucky, and I don't want to do this. Mookie and Freddie are in their prime for more reason for Friedman to splurge. Exactly, yeah. And Will Smith, too. Will Smith's in his prime. Next month, he's on the tail end of his prime. So go in now. Go hard. Just this one offseason, spend a crap load of money. And then you still have kept Miller, Pep, Sheehan, and you're building around them. You're building, Giolito on one side of them, and you still got Buehler, and then you got a Yamamoto on the other side, and then you still got Gavin Stone, Nick Frasso. If they don't trade Landon Knack, River Ryan, Maddox Bruns, you've got a ton of talent that's still coming through, and the talent's still flowing through. And then there's plenty of younger shortstops and things like that. So I'm a believer in Lux in short. Not totally, but it's just a matter, is he healthy? That's kind of where I'm at with these guys. So I'd like to sign the pitching, work around the edges with some of the prospects. Because even if you pay a lot for free agents, you still keep your cheap promising prospects, right? And you can still move them as needed, because some of the lefty pitchers we've talked about are still people that you've got the prospects to still make a trade for, or if there's an injury during the season, you can still make that move before the trade deadline. So again, you keep the balance. You go, okay, we got a foundation of some vets, and then we've also got a foundation that with a lot of high floor prospects, and a few that have a real high ceiling, like a DePaula. Someone needs to tell Friedman that he isn't working for the Florida Marlins, so no need to be cheap. Oh man, some of I got a chance to meet Friedman last year. He's charming. He's a nice guy. I went up to him during spring training, started talking to him. I'm Tim Rogers, blah, blah, blah. And I work for, my site's Dodgers 2080, and he turns around and goes, oh yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm like, huh? He goes, oh yeah, I'm a fan. I watch your stuff. So Andrew might be watching. I doubt it, but They watch, they know. They don't watch everything, but Andrew, went on Dodgers Nation with Doug, so they're aware of what's going on. They know the stuff that we do. So all of us that are out there that have our sites, we know that we're being watched a little bit, and that's okay. There's nothing, anything that we talk about here. I don't think we're, like I said, Andrew Friedman's a nice guy, very charming. I like him. I liked his interview with Doug a lot. Let's see. By the time Mookie starts slowing down, Josue will be ready to take the league over. Amen. Or, when I interviewed Josue, it's out there. Not the ones, Steve, you could look at Steve's too, but the one I did with Josue in June, I'm going to say, I talked to him about that. And I go, yeah, man, maybe you can keep Mookie at second. Maybe that happens, huh? So, yeah, I think there's so many cool options this year for the Dodgers, and really, it's just about money, how much they're willing to go. I think Friedman will spend. I think he has to. I believe he singled out the specific free agency period to splurge on. Tony's the guy he wants. The Judge free agency class, he didn't love anyone in that one. I know he didn't. Yeah, I think he would have liked to have had Trey Turner, but he wasn't going to make an offer when he knew that Padres are throwing $340 million at him and the Phillies were throwing $300. They weren't going to go their way, and there's a good reason you don't go that, because Trey Turner really isn't worth that for that long of a period. Being 30, relying on speed, even though he's not a big man, still. Who's the next Acuna? Oh man. Do we have any prospects like Acuna? We really need a speedy guy that can lead off. Nope. Not that I know of. Maybe there's somebody down in the DSL, but not that I know of. He's a unicorn. There's not many like him. That's such a rare mix. But they have guys that are very talented, but he's just that speed and power. It's Barry Bonds was like that when he was younger. His dad was like that, Bobby Bonds. That's just such a rarity. Oh, in terms of speed, Kendall George. Oh, heck yeah. Kendall George fast. He might be the fastest man in baseball. We'll see. We'll see in a few years. Yeah, I'm really excited about him. That's for sure. I think I need to. Maybe I'll try to interview him. I got to be a little careful. I think Casey just interviewed him, so go see what Casey did. I think I haven't had. I'm a little cautious on what I watch with the other channels because I'm trying not to steal. We try not to steal from each other. And so I'll probably wait a little bit before. Maybe I'll get Kendall live, person to person. But yeah, go see what Casey says about Kendall, because I think he writes up something, and I believe he does. He has an interview with him. So that would be Dodgers Daily, DodgersDaily.net. And you go on Google, or not Google, YouTube, Dodgers Daily, Kendall George. And you'll find that. Yeah, I just saw that popped up on my subscription list. Make sure subscribe to all these prospect sites. We need the love. Any little comments you make helps. All of it. Let's see. I think we need a good leadoff hitter that can get on base, put pressure on the pitcher, like Corbin Carroll. Oh yeah, he killed our pitchers. I agree. Imagine if Jordan turns out to be like Luis Arez. Oh, yeah, no. With plus speed, the lack of power won't matter. Exactly. But he might also get some of that. He's still only 18. And, yeah, he's maybe a little thin, but he's not a twig either. He's not Juan Pierre. He can slap the ball. I saw Kendall George review. Good. Young man has lots of maturity. He does, yeah. other than the braces. Unless he got rid of those. But I really enjoyed just chatting with him. I didn't talk to him that much, but he was a really nice young man. Despite being the youngest guy out there, he carried himself really well. I think he really got confident. His first few games, he seemed a little tentative. Maybe he got some confidence and was able to go, hey, wait a minute. I'm the fastest guy out here. I can do some damage out here with these stupid little rules about not picking over and all that type of stuff. So I think he took real advantage of that, and I think that's going to lead to him hopefully being a Dodger. I'll call it 2026 maybe. It's quick, but let's push the young men. They're good. Push them. That's what I would do. What time? Okay, let me check my power here. I got a new adapter coming, so I got to cut this off pretty quick. I got a new power adapter coming sometime this weekend. Okay, folks. 5 days. Less than 5 days. We start the winter meetings. Actually, things will get a little warm on Sunday night. I think that stove gets up to about 350. Let's just say, because I'm getting into it, it's not just a regular pan, it's a wok. You want that thing hot. You want your wok very hot. Nice oil, gotta get it pre-oiled, get the wok hay, get it all steamy. That's what's gonna start getting hot. And man, by the Tuesday, man, we're gonna be throwing everything inside of that wok. It's gonna be great. I'm really excited about it. Like I said, Doug McCain will be out there. I saw that. I think that was yesterday. I saw that. So he will be out there. Hopefully he'll check in with us at some. Maybe we can get him to check in. That'd be kind of cool. I'll see if he can do that. Just a quick little show. Maybe be really cool if we did it live. Let's see. You think Outman can hit 30 home runs? Yeah. I think Outman should hit 5th or 6th. To me, I don't care yet. Not yet. I want to see him be consistent, a little more consistent. I think he'd like that too. I like having him lower because the pressure's off him, I think, a little bit. But it's sure nice, to, when you go, we're rolling around the 8th batter. Oh, it's James Outman. He can knock the ball out of the park. Yeah, what a nice rookie season. Really proud of him. True friend of the show. The nicest of the nice. You just can't ask for a better human than that guy. So really proud of him. Really proud of Pepio. Those are two of the true friends of the show. I know Gerardo Carrillo, before he was traded, was a good friend of the show. It's just good to have a good group of these young men you get to know and see how good they are. Yeah, how Dodgers do look at that. So all right, I'm gonna run out of power pretty quick. What am I at? Let's check. All right, 25. So let's start wrapping up. Anything more? I mean, is everyone fired up, man? Come on. The hot stove, it's just going to be, it's a gas stove. Not this induction stuff. Gas stove is on fire. It's going to be hot. Get the wok, the non-stick wok. Got to go hard or go home. Yeah, it's going to be a blast. So let's have some fun with it. I think I'm going to be on as much every night. I think it looks like I'll have, we'll go live on Sunday night with Trinidad. And then once or twice during the next week, I'll have Ryan with me. Ryan Fala, especially if things get Ohtani-ish. We'll definitely want Ryan in there. I just hope Ohtani makes a decision quick. I know. That way the Dodgers can move accordingly. Exactly. But I think they need to just operate. They got to just vacuum each of the players and go, okay, we're They can do this. It used to David Vassay would call it like a cloud. They can do all this. They just get them. You just do it, and just so they can. We got remember, and Friedman's not even the guy doing all the trades now. It's Brandon Gomes. So I mean, yeah. Let's have some fun. I'm trying to also get Alex out there. I don't know. I'll probably do another position thing pretty soon. The one with I think the one with Steve. I think you guys really like listening to Steve because every time he's on my videos, they get the longest averages. I've only had him on 2, but they've had a spike in average of listening. I think Steve's, because you just never know what's going to come out of Steve's mouth, and that's what makes some of it just fun. Steve's unpredictable. I don't censor the man. I let him go, and he may piss some people off. Right? And go watch the center field thing, it would piss off Max Muncy probably. But Steve's a character. But he practices what he preaches. The guy even has a list that he has on Twitter of people he can beat in a sprint. Of course, I'm on that list because he definitely can beat me in a sprint. He's in good shape. And, he's getting up in age, but, he's willing to do he does the shirtless interviews. So he's got one with DePaula. It's pretty funny. So I'll probably do another position one with Steve. And I'm just trying to get Alex back on. Alex is real busy. We'll have a lot of different things. Hopefully, and I might even be on that Clubcast again. We'll see. I think if something happens with the Dodgers, they might call me up again. Anything with the prospects, Doug and I have talked about working together on some of that for DN. I'm going to try to work from home as much as possible next week so I can take a break from work and go live right away. I think that would be fun. Worst case, if I have to go in, I'll bring my gear, maybe. We'll see. All right. Thanks, everybody. Gosh, you guys are so great in the chat. I love it. You guys this chat it's so fun. I hope you guys enjoy it. I know I do, and I really appreciate all the great contributions in there. I try to cover them. I think I covered them all. If not, please come back again. Hopefully we'll be doing again tomorrow. Like I said, I'm going to try to do it every day for the next few days. I think we provide a different point of view. I try to incorporate, I'd like to consider myself an aggregator of bringing other people's news in. And please go, like I said, go visit the other sites. Go visit Dodgers Nation. Go visit Dodger Blue, Dodgers Digest, of course, the Lockdown Podcast, Dodgers Daily, the Diamond Club guys, the Clubcast. And I know I'm missing some folks. Think Blue LA, True Blue LA. All people that I'm familiar with and I've met most of them in person. I haven't met Casey in person. Maybe someday. We've talked on the phone, obviously, a lot. But support those guys. And you reach out to them. I see some of you guys in like the DN chats and stuff like that, so it's cool. So thanks, everybody. I will chat at you. We'll chat maybe tomorrow night, hopefully. Hopefully we'll have some news. If any, I will be working from home, so if anything does happen, I can probably jump on real quick and we'll get some stuff going. I enjoy doing this content. It's fun. All right. Thanks, everyone. Please like, subscribe, comment. The comments help. Craig has been super good about dropping comments in, outside the chat. It all helps bring stuff into the algorithm. So if you can like, subscribe, comment in the regular comments, all those types of things, it just helps a ton. And we're really growing. We've grown. We've more than doubled our subscribers in the last year. So thank you, everybody. I don't say that enough. I'm trying to think of a giveaway. So like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. But most importantly, have a great evening. God bless you all, and go Dodgers.